All right, welcome back to Study Ball. And today we're going to take a look at the Las Vegas Raiders because I know everybody after last week getting blown out in New Orleans, and everybody sees that Davante Adams gets one catch, and everybody's calling for Josh McDaniels' head. And how is this possible? How can you go into a game and only get this guy one catch, 5 targets, or whatever it is? Yeah, how is that possible that somebody is doing a disservice to this football team? Well, I figured, heard all the noise and saw the score, and I'm wondering the same thing. How can this stuff happen? Well, there are certain things that happen in the course of the game that dictate what you're able to do as a quarterback or what you're able to do as a play caller and what you're not able to do. So I wanted to take a look at the tape and see what really went wrong. You know, was it play calls that they didn't design things for Davante Adams? Was it what the defense did? Was it Derek Carr not seeing Davante Adams? And so today we're going to take a look at the game tape, and I pulled out 15, 16 different pass plays, and let me show you what went on and why Davante Adams had one catch, why he had the number of targets that he had, and maybe we can discuss a little bit on what could maybe have been done a little differently to help that problem and help to solve that problem and get that guy a little bit more involved because he's such a dynamic playmaker for the Raiders. All right, so here we go. All right. Davante Adams down here at the bottom. All right, so here's the first one. All right, you'll notice as soon as the ball snapped, what happens? Right here, I'm coming out. I'm eyeing up Davante Adams. I've got help up over the top here, but we're eyeing him up and we're making sure that we've got a guy underneath him and a guy over the top. Okay, on top of that, they're bringing pressure off of this side. So Derek Carr's got to make a decision here. Nice little coverage by the Saints. They're playing what we call a 2-trap. So they're trapping this guy right here, running to a late cover 2 with that free hitter coming off the side. And he's got to try to force it in to this hole shot up over the top. Really good look. And again, you see the free hitter coming at him. Got to try to jam it in there in the hole. Good decision, good read. Ball's a little bit high, a little bit long as he's caught a little bit off guard, and it's knocked out. Okay, so here's our guy again up at the top. Okay, so what do you see? Right off the bat, we're going to play underneath man. Watch the safety that's over the top. Thought he was going to take an inside release, steps inside. He goes back to the outside. We're going to double team him right there. So as a quarterback, what you got to do is you got to get off of those double teams. You got to find your solo guy, one-on-one. Solo guys are over here. Nice job by Derek Carr. Getting there, finding his one-on-one, getting his shallow, and getting a nice play. All right, so you see that the Saints came into this game with a plan. Here he is out here. We're always looking as a quarterback, if we've got our guy, our main guy, in that one-on-one set, meaning we've got our 3 receivers over here and he's solo on the backside. We're always just waiting for this safety to rotate and get out of there, giving us one-on-one. But Saints went into this game saying, well, we're not going to leave him in that situation very often. So once again, you're going to see we've got safety over the top of him. We've got a guy playing man underneath. And we're not giving him anything easy. So quick pressure right there. Okay, so you see this is designed if we get one-on-one, we can take that corner route to the backside. Instead, we're forced to read this high-low right over here to this side because we're not getting that one-on-one that we look for. And so, again, it's that fine line as a play caller. Well, anytime they're going to give us a one-on-one, I think I'm going to get a one-on-one. I want to put Davante backside. But when they don't do that, now it forces the quarterback to go away from him and read it. Otherwise, now he gets pressure. He's got to step up. Otherwise, he's probably throwing this check down right here. But with the pressure and really just a throwaway, I mean, this is an opportunity here where they're throwing it to Davante Adams, but a hard throw on the move to get it up and down. And, of course, we don't complete that one. All right, this one is interesting to me. So I talk about play calling at times. So here's Davante down here in the slot, okay? And so they're going to motion Josh Jacobs to the outside. So a lot of times when they do this, the play that they like to run is an isolation for Davante, where he's got a choice route, break inside, break outside, can hook it up, and then they usually run this guy out here on a go route. Obviously, they've got some other options, but that's their favorite in this situation. But what we notice on this play is they've actually got a third receiver inside here. So you're not usually going to run that choice route with the third receiver inside here. So as we snap it, I want you to watch this play. So we snap it, and we're going to run slant, slant, flat. Okay? So the primary receivers on a slant flat are going to be the outside slant and the flat. This inside slant very seldom happens. It can, certain situations, pressure inside, a certain particular outside leverage look, but very seldom do you get the ball to the inside slant. So as I go back here, I'm trying to look here if Derek just changes protection here or if he changes the play. But regardless, what I don't want is I don't want Josh Jacobs, and nothing against Josh Jacobs, I don't want him to be my primary receiver on the outside on a slant, and Davante Adams to be more of my decoy on the inside. So this was one of those, you talk about play design, and I know you can't design every single play for Davante Adams, but never, if I was calling this play with double slants, would I ever put Josh Jacobs outside of Davante Adams on this particular play, because now I'm really just using up Davante Adams right here. Okay, and you see it. Same idea. Davante's here. Okay, this guy's running out to Davante. This guy's sitting in on Davante. Okay, and so they know where he's at on every single play. So no real chance to get it there. So our read actually becomes the outside guy and really becomes the flat, as you see here. So not a big fan of running this particular play design, with Davante on the inside. But again, sometimes you're going to have those plays where your guy is not the main guy. Okay, again, look at Davante. He's on the inside right here. Okay, so this is another one when we talk about play design. So we've got a play that we call mesh. Okay, so what a mesh is it means that we're running a couple guys on shallow routes. Okay, third guy usually goes over the ball, but we're running a couple guys on shallow routes. And the idea with the shallow routes is I'm trying to rub for the guy that becomes the underneath shallow. Okay, so as we watch and run through this, you'll see right here. They got Moreau coming underneath. They got Davante going over the top. So we're really trying to set a rub there for Moreau. And so Davante is trying to go right over the top of the other shallow and force Moreau's defender to this defender right here, force him to come underneath or force him to go over the top and create separation here for the tight end. Again, I don't like the idea of having my best receiver, the guy that I signed to a bunch of money, being the decoy that's trying to set the rub instead of being the guy on the other side that's getting the rub set for him and getting open. So again, I understand different formations and different weeks that we got to still run some of our plays, but I would rather have this guy in a position where he becomes more of a primary guy as opposed to the guy that's got to go out of his way to set a rub for my tight end. Okay, so you see he's coming across. Really, he's not even really running a route, a chance to get open. Does his job. We get it to the tight end. We get a completion. All good, but don't like the fact that Davante is not kind of at the peak or the forefront of these kind of concepts, because to me, those are easy concepts to create for your best receiver. Okay, Davante down on the bottom here, off the play fake. We're trying to get him the football. Okay, so we're trying to run a pivot right here. Okay, we're trying to get it to him. Okay, we want one-on-one. looks like as we come out, we've got the one-on-one look that we want. Great. We're going to get a chance to get it to our guy, dropping the safety down. But you'll notice, corner lets him go get beat inside because he knows he's got help inside. So I'll let him release inside. I'll stay to the outside. So now when he tries to pivot, he's got two guys on him. Nowhere for him to go, right? No opportunity right there. Now, this read is, if we get that and we get this guy to squeeze down, we're going to try to get over the top to this area over here on the cross. So not bad on the play design. Just Derek Carr right here. Got to verify what's inside. Okay, he sees the coverage there, and without verifying what's inside or seeing it, he's just turning and throwing it. Turns into an interception right here. If he turns, finds Werner right here, recognizes it. Now he can throw the ball a little bit further out here, and we've got an opportunity to hit that cross. But instead, because they double team, he comes back, throws that a little bit too quick, leads to an interception. Okay, Davante's down here on the bottom. All right, now we finally get it. Finally get what we want. Yes, it looks like there's a safety over the top. Watch Tyrann Mathieu here on the snap. He's going to turn and open to our three wide receiver set on the top, leaving one-on-one down here on the bottom. Okay, so Derek does a good job recognizing that. I'm going to my guy. I'm going to my guy on the backside. Okay, what I want you to notice is it's a go route. Okay, so again, not a bad throw, not great separation, but just really, really tough. Go routes are tough sledding. They are low percentage plays, even with great players like Davante Adams. So I'm just bringing a note to that because I believe there's easier ways. I'd rather have this guy running a route, okay? A 10-yard stop route or a comeback route, okay? Anything like that, slant routes against press. Things where I can separate and run away, and it's shorter, easier completions for my quarterback. So you're going to run some goes throughout a game, of course. So here's a go route, and we just missed that one. But we finally got our one-on-one over there. We just don't hit it, okay? Here we go again. Up at the top, got him in a solo receiver position. As we drop back, what do? Right? Watch it. Watch it, right? Run him back. I'm going to run back, and I'm going to run over the top of Davante, and I'm not going to give him the one-on-one. So, once again, it forces us to go back to the other side. Okay? Come back to the other side. Okay. Okay, one thing we always want to look for quarterbacks is if they're trying to do this. So it looks like they're going to run a middle close look here with one safety in the middle. Okay, because there's nobody else in a position there. When that safety goes flying over to double team Davante Adams, we got to be real conscious as quarterbacks of the fact that there's nobody back there now. There's nobody left to this side to cover the deep area of the field. They're going to try to invert this and get this guy going back, but something to peek at. So I see that as a quarterback. I see him screaming over there, okay? I'm going to come back, and I may give a little extra peek to that post, knowing that they're in a tough spot. They don't have a guy sitting back there waiting for the post. Give that a shot. So maybe this guy here hesitates a little. Maybe we got a shot over the top. Otherwise, fine with this. We're going to get a high-low off of this defender right here, trying to get the corner. Nice job by Derek. That cornerback turns and opens and crosses over to the corner. Now I'm just going to dump it off to my flat, which is the right decision in that particular play if you're not looking to take that shot up over the top. But you see, it's play after play after play after play where they've got a plan for Davante Adams. It's not just bad Derek Carr. It's not just bad Josh McDaniels. Nope. They're trying to get him some plays, but the Saints have a plan and say, show me that somebody else can beat us. Here we go again, right? You see it. What are we doing? We're showing like maybe we're going to drop down and go to middle close on the snap. Forget it. We're going to run up over the top with Tyrann Mathieu again, and we're going to force the double team. So, right, forces Derek to go off of that and have to come back over here to work these three against those four. Good plan right here by the Saints. And you see, I'm not really sure what this play is. Got a guy running an in and a guy running a pivot, another guy running an in right here. I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish with these guys stacked on top of each other. And you see it puts Derek in a bind. Everybody's right on top of each other, nowhere to throw it. Got to just throw it away. Okay, Davante on the bottom once again. Okay, looks like we got what we want. Okay, we got what we want. Tyrann Mathieu down here in a blitz. He falls off, but not in a position to help. This safety stays back in the middle of the field. Great. Here we go. We got our one-on-one again. Let's take it to our guy. What are we running again? We're running a go route. Go route against press. Go route against press. Again, our guy's great, but man, it's tough sledding. That's tough work. It's tough work. Can he make the play? Maybe. Can he get both feet in? Maybe. But this is tough stuff every time we're getting this one-on-one to have to throw a go against press coverage. It's a low percentage throw. Yes, we get more of them now because we get more DPIs than we've ever gotten, but still don't like that percentage type of throw. I'd rather do stuff that's underneath when I got my guy one-on-one, because then I believe we can win, we can get first downs, we can move the football, and we can gain some confidence. Okay, so again, now we got him in the slot. Okay, we're going to try to avoid the double team here. We're going to run Davante on a divide or a pylon route. Okay, we're going to come off of that, and we're going to run a corner route here. Okay, so the idea here is off of this motion. We're going to fake that. We're going to get him into the flat. We're going to try to get this guy to hesitate. If we get this guy to hesitate at all, we're going to go take Davante over the top. If this guy drops deep, now once again, we're going to have our high-low of the corner to the swing off of that backer, just like we saw in that last post-corner combination. So you think for a second. Look at 27, hesitates. Look at 27, hesitates, but then turns and goes, and he's just running out of there. So once again, got a guy inside, got a guy outside. Now we've got to get to our read over here on this side, and none of it really matters because at this point, there's already pressure on Derek Carr, and he's going down. But again, you see, trying to move him around, trying to put him inside, trying to give him an advantage, and we still can't. Down here at the bottom, get him into a cut split. Let's see if we can create some kind of opportunity in a cut split where they can't roll to him. But here we go again. Safety up over the top. Got a guy underneath. Now they're going to run him on a deep hook. Okay, you're going to run him on a deep hook. Now this is one, can Derek Carr right here, can he step up and can he get it up and over this guy to his guy? You've got about almost 10 yards, 9 yards in between that defender and your guy. You've got all this depth back behind him. And again, I see it. This guy's kind of midlining it. Yes, these checkdowns are open. Maybe it's open to Davante Adams, but here's an opportunity that he tried to create an opportunity for him, and there's an opportunity. There's a chance for that throw right there if Derek feels comfortable with it, but you can't fault him for taking the check down. But there's an opportunity where they changed it up a little bit with the split, attacking inside to try to get him open, and possibly so. Saints played it pretty well, but we're forced to throw the check down there in that situation. Okay, Davante up at the top again. Okay, up at the top again. Coming out, looking at this guy. This guy goes flying over there. I got to X Davante out. If Tyrann Mathieu comes out here and he eyes, because we're in a 2-on-2 and this guy's going vertical, and he eyes and holds inside, we got our one-on-one outside again. It's exactly what happens. Comes back, look at Tyrann Mathieu. He hangs inside. I got my one-on-one outside. Guess what the route is again? Yep, it's a go route. A go route against press coverage. Go route against press coverage, and there we are. Contested once again. Seen this, 3 times, and we're 0 for 3 already, okay? So a couple different things. First thing, I wondered why Derek drove this ball here, okay? So a lot of times we're reading this, and if Davante gets up over the top, we want to throw this thing out in front of him and let him run under it instead of throwing the back shoulder and throwing a contested ball with the defender right there. I don't know if this was called ahead of time or not. I would have liked to seen him throw this out over the top. This safety is not a factor if you throw it out over the top. So he beats him. He gets a step over the top. And it's not contested like this. You throw it right at him, and we got body of defender while the ball's there, while trying to keep myself in bounds. And again, low percentage and another incompletion. Okay, put him in the slot again. All right, so we put him in the slot. We're going to motion Hunter over here, like the play call right here. So really what we're doing is we're trying to fake this bubble screen, fake like I'm going to block, fake like I'm going to block, and then come back to the inside and basically run double slants back behind it. So this play really here, because of how we're doing this, is designed to get this guy to move and to hit Davante Adams. So play call is good and route's good right there. I'm not sure what Derek saw on this one. This is what we should be looking at. See the movement. This guy's going to cover the bubble screen. Perfect. Replace right there. Miss an opportunity to get it to Davante right here. Should have been hitting him there, and ultimately leads to just a dump off and a loss right there. So good play design right here. Get him inside. Can't double him, and we got a shot at it. We just don't hit this one. Okay, Davante outside. Okay, one time we haven't got press. Looks like we got a great opportunity possibly over here with the one-on-one, the way it shows up right off the bat. And then just watch what happens, okay? On the snap, he goes back. On the snap, he comes over here. While he sits here, they end up having an in route here to Davante, but they're doubling Davante one more time. Safety dropping down to take away the inside. Corner there to take anything on the outside. So even if we wanted to throw it to that side, we can't. He's doubled right there. We're forced to go to the other side. I like the read here by Derek Carr. Forced to come over here to our comeback or our stop. It's the right read. You want to double. You want to take two guys on him. This guy goes out there. We got one-on-one to the outside. Like the decision to get back over there and take it, but just can't get it to our main guy. Forcing other guys to make plays, forcing other guys to beat us if we're the Saints. Okay, Davante up top one more time. Now we motion into a 2x2. Little play action. Okay, little play action. We're going to run a double post here. Okay, hesitate, get off of here. Run the double post off of play action. We got one safety back. Okay, I'm thinking to myself, great chance to get it to Davante right here. I'm looking at this safety. As long as this safety, and if Hunter can cross his face, as long as that safety jumps him at all, I get the one-on-one to the outside over here. Now, thing I don't like about this is that the center is stepping hard this way, and then we're making him peel back to block this defensive end. That is tough sledding, to step one direction, move back quick, and try to get up in front of a defensive end to block him. Sorry, not a fan, and you'll see why. He's trying to get back there. He's out of position. Defensive end just makes a miss. It's too easy, way too easy right here. But just want to show you the back end. So it's the double post, and then we're going to try to sneak over here. But I want you to watch this safety again. On the snap, you're saying to yourself, oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. I got him to step up. I'm going to go get Davante. Watch what he does. He runs past Hunter, and he's running all the way back to take Davante on the post. So even if we were able to get this out to Davante, it's going to be a throw up against double coverage because the safety knows where he's at. Now, play design to me is always so important. Details are always so important. So what I would say right here is Hunter. I don't know why we're attacking out here and going and running the inside post like that. If I'm running this post, inside post, what we call an influence post, find your safety. I want you to beeline at the far number of that safety, okay? The far number of that, run through his inside shoulder on this particular play. So if I run through him, he's got to cover me. If he doesn't and wants to get deep and doesn't want to cover me, now I'm running away to the opposite side of the field, and I've got an opportunity to get the football. When you push up like this and do this and then cross, the problem is you never get across this safety. So Derek, if he wants to, he can't even throw it to you, even if this guy is starting to go back to Davante because you haven't crossed his face. So we need to get across that near safety wherever he is as fast as we possibly can. Gives the quarterback a read, and it makes you an option as the inside post so they can't hold you off, right? So right here, like we can't throw this. Can't throw this because there's safety sitting inside of us, okay? So now we're looking and forcing us going, well, you have to throw that one, and he's just turning and running through to that one. So if Hunter Renfrow was already right here, okay, and that safety was there, and that safety turns and runs to Davante, boom, big play right here. If I'm right here and I'm right in front of that safety, he probably can't run to Davante, and he's probably going to grab me, which opens up Davante on the backside. Here, too close together. We allow all these guys to cover us. We've got no chance, okay? Now, another note that I want you to watch, okay, right here as we're running this. So I think this is a double post, but it might not be a double post, okay? This may be, and so this could change a few things if it was, but this may be a post here, and it may be an in route with the shallow right there, okay? So, and why do I say that? Because I want you to watch Davante Adams right there, okay? See if I can freeze it. Nope, missing it. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, he throws up his hand. Okay, right here he throws up his hand. And so that is the universal sign for I'm going. I beat the defender. I am going deep. I'm going to just keep going. Whatever my route was, I'm throwing my hand up. Hopefully you see my hand, and now I'm going deep and you know it, and maybe we can get a big play. Otherwise, there's no reason to throw up your hand. Don't throw up your hand, receivers, if you're open. Okay? It doesn't help us. Doesn't help us because if we're looking at you already, we know you're open. So throwing up your hand doesn't help me to realize you're open. So the only reason you throw up your hand is when I'm supposed to run something shorter. So maybe I'm supposed to run an in here and I beat my guy. So now I'm taking it up over the top. I'm not a huge fan of this. Every once in a while, somebody falls down, you beat somebody really bad, you throw your hand up and we can make it work. But very hard to do when I'm expecting you to run something, then all of a sudden down the field you decide you're going to run something else. So I don't really know if he was supposed to run a post or not, if he was supposed to run an in here and if that affected anything. But rather this route be run a little bit differently. So it can run to win and to influence that safety, and then it will help whatever this is out here, whether it's an in or a post. But, you know, was this Davante just going, hey, I got him beat, I'm going to run deep? Derek expecting an in route. Maybe we got a chance for the in route coming right there. Or maybe this was Davante just saying, hey, I'm open, throw it up to me. I don't know. Either way, bad protection. Don't like the scheme there. Don't like the details of the route. But again, trying to get it to Davante Adams, double teaming him in some way, shape, or form. So one of the reasons he was so limited in this game. All right, so there you go, right? A lot of different things going on there, but the biggest thing was the Saints went in and said, somebody else beat us. Show us that if you're going to beat us in this game, that Davante Adams is not going to be the reason for it, that somebody else will step up enough to beat us. And obviously, that didn't happen. It wasn't all because of play design. A couple in there that maybe I question a little bit of the play design without having Davante Adams at the center of your concept. But a lot of the stuff they were trying to get it to Davante Adams. Derek was trying to go there every time he got a one-on-one. Again, I'd like to see them run more stops, more comebacks, more slants, more in routes with Davante Adams in that one-on-one position. So it's not always a press go route or a go route that we're trying to hit in all those situations. And again, maybe they were adjustments off of a hitch that turned into a go because he was pressed, but low percentage throws every single time to Davante Adams. The only completion they had to him was a wide receiver screen in this game. And you saw the attempts that they had were all low percentage attempts in this game. So that's something that I would like to see changed as well, because I have to believe every other team is going to watch this blueprint and they're going to say the same thing. Hey, this is what we got to do. We got to find a way to get a guy over the top and underneath the Davante Adams. We got to find a way to get a guy inside and a guy outside of Davante Adams. And we're going to force somebody else to beat us. And, if they do, we tip our hat to them. But we're not sure we believe that there's anybody else on that team that if they have to make play after play after play, they can beat us in a game.